must realize you are doomed.
About damn time. Finally, Damon finally gets it in with Rhaenyra. Finally, they get that shit out of their system. Come join us, everybody. The Scoundrel Podcast. We're going to be reviewing House of the Dragon, Episode 7. Spoiler alert for sure. Rich, so let's talk about it. Let's get into this. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Hey, if you're new to this channel, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button and help us get to 500 subscribers. All right, now we can get going. So it starts off at the funeral of Lena
Yeah.
Valerian. It was actually pretty beautiful to me. I thought it was neat the way that they had the whole funeral and everything, and her in the casket going down the seaman. People are saddened. Well, half of them are. The other ones are just looking at each other like, like really. I think during the funeral or the party or whatever you want to call it, Damon had a little giggle at the end at one point, didn't he? Yeah, it was weird. Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? What was your thoughts on the whole funeral thing and all that scenes over there?
Like you, I agree. It was a very nice little moment. You definitely see that Corliss's brother still hates Damon, because you remember in season, in episode 3, I believe, whenever he was like, Damon is the reason that we're failing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And even Corlys like, hold your tongue. I will not have, this kind of stuff, ruin like our mission or whatever. So you could tell that like his brother still just hates Damon the whole time. He's giving saying his words about Lena, right? What's her name?
Yeah, Lena.
Yeah, Lena. You could tell that he's just staring at Damon the entire time.
Yeah, for sure. You also get the kind of the kids interaction a little bit. You find what was it, Rhaenyra's kids? I forget what their names are. I'll have to remember definitely by next episode, because they're a big part of this whole fucking story. The kids. But they were trying to comfort a little bit Damon's girls. I forgot what their names are. The princesses over there. For the loss of their mother, and you really didn't see that from like Aemond or Aegon at all. Trying to show their condolences or sympathies for them. Nothing really. All you saw was Aegon keep drinking the wine and got drunk, and fucking Otto came over there like, you little bastard, get your ass out of here.
Starts kicking him and everything.
Yeah, he straight up kicked his ass. You little punk ass, get to bed. But also too, you see the king Viserys. He tries to make amends with Daemon, and Daemon ain't having that shit, man. What's your thoughts on Daemon and Viserys over there?
I think with all these years that have passed, Daemon still never forgets. Like, he even like it reminds me of the episode of whenever he tried to send Daemon help, and he's like, I don't want help. Whenever he told him, like, you could have this, you could have that. Let's just let bygones be bygones. And he's like, I need nothing from you, or I don't need anything from you. He still has that same type of mindset, like where he just wants to do everything, on his own. He doesn't feel like he needs his brother anymore. So
I had a problem with, so Viserys says, I want you back, let bygones be bygones, let time heal, whatever, and try to say, I want you back at my court, and for what? Doing what? You already got all the positions filled. Plus, he wanted to be hand of the king. You know what I'm saying? But instead, you got Otto back as hand of the king after Strong, the hand of the king, Mr. Strong over there. I forgot his first name. Sir Strong was killed in a fire. So you got Otto. That was the perfect time to make amends with Daemon. Say, hey, I need you, brother. Come over here. Be my hand of the king, like you once said, and help me fucking rule here. And no, he gave it to Otto again. So, what do you expect from Daemon right now? He that's what's wrong with this king. He's so passive. He's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, no cojones whatsoever. And he wants everybody just to forgive and forget and live in a fantasy land. It's ridiculous. But so later on, it's getting a little dark, and Rhaenyra just tells her kids, "Hey, go to bed." while she goes shacks up with Damon. Were you surprised they shacked up right then and there?
I wasn't really too surprised, and I just thank God that those scenes were super dark. They didn't show much. Like it was nighttime, and the whole time I still had the exact same face. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that those scenes themselves were dark, where you couldn't see too much. So I was
But
happy with that.
I thought the little negative about it, I mean, other than the incest thing or whatever you want to call, the inbreeding thing
Yeah,
is why would you do it all in the open like that?
yeah.
I mean, there's so many people there, so that's that much more spies around. Why the
Mm-hmm.
hell would you have done that right then and there? I just don't get it. And then her leaving her kids, knowing her husband, or what's his name, Lenore, how
Yeah,
messed up he was. That I mean, who was she leaving the kids to? She didn't even tuck him in the bed. She just said, "Hey, go to bed," and just runs away. I'm like really? You're hard up?
yeah,
I don't know, man. I ain't digging this character after all this. I am not digging Rhaenyra. I am not gonna
yeah.
lie. You know who else I'm not digging? Sir
Who
Kristen
else?
Cole. Sir Kristen Cole is annoying to me. He's just a scorn little punk ass that I'm just like, you know what, dude? Why didn't you just uh, why didn't you just put that dagger through you? Like really? Like I'm so over this dude. It's he's so vengeful and hateful towards Rhaenyra because she was just like, dude, you're just a booty call. And
Yeah,
he's just so pissed off about it. Like, relax, bro. And what power does Allison have over him? I mean, really? We didn't
yeah,
see anything between those years, or even what made him stop because she said Sir Kristen. That's all they
yeah.
showed. Like I don't get that relationship. Are you like me with Sir Kristen Cole, or you're
You
just
know what? I'm like you in the last episode we reviewed. I'm already starting to feel like I don't have any attachment to any of these characters. Like,
yeah, I told you.
I've already it's already flipped for me towards like, all right, if Damon dies or if anybody dies, it wouldn't
Mm,
even affect me. Because
yeah.
I think the reason this is happening or why I don't feel a certain way towards these characters is because there's too many there. I know it's necessary. There has to be these time jumps, or else it's going to take way too long. But there's so many time jumps. It's hard to even like care about
Hmm.
the characters. Like right now, it's a fantastic show. I'm really into the story, but
The story's great.
right now I'm just in it for the story. I do not
Yeah.
have any kind of attachment to any of these characters. I don't care if Rhaenyra dies. I don't care if Damon
Hmm.
dies. I don't care if
Yeah.
any of these people die. Like it's just all about the story for me because
Yeah.
everyone
Sure.
knows whoever's a Game of Thrones fan, everyone knows the Targaryens' history. Like whenever the very beginning of Game of Thrones, there was only like a handful of Targaryens left, so you know that the
Mm,
outcome is not going to be all sunshine and rainbows. Like
yeah.
stuff goes down, so it's hard to even connect to any of the characters because
Uh huh.
that's going to happen.
Well, I think what it is too is the main story is about the kids, so
Yeah,
they're waiting for them to grow up, like Aemon,
like Aemon, dude. Yeah, Aemon.
Daemon, Aegon, and Aemon. It's
Yeah,
about them when they grow up, and
yeah.
that's when the whole civil war is because you see it in here even,
Hmm.
with the kids already. And I mean, you're looking at, I mean, talking about Aemon, man,
I
the
know. What a
balls
jump!
on this kid,
What a
the balls
jump!
on this kid to go to Vagar and then flies him, and then basically saying, that's my dragon. What do you think about that?
That's why I said like that, like what a jump for him because he was always getting punked around by his
Exactly.
older brother and his cousins and everything, like or his I don't think it was even his cousins. I don't know what those
It's
are.
his nephews.
Nephews. See, this
Yeah,
little
it's his
family freaking
nephews.
line.
Yes, it's nephews.
Yeah, getting punked around by everybody. So this was like a big time jump for him.
Uh huh.
And I swear after he got off of Vagar, man, he was a whole different little kid, man. He's over
Yeah.
here just like the girls uh Damon's little girls or whatever, they even said like, hey, she was supposed to be us, like, or one of them was like, she was mine to tame, you took that away from me. And she's like, well, he's like, well, you should have tamed her. And just a different side of Eamon, man. He was about to bust that his
Yeah,
the littlest one's head open with the
yeah,
rock. Like,
with the scuffle. But
yeah,
I don't blame. I forgot what the guys, the bastards. I don't blame
yeah,
one of the bastards. I'll just call them the bastards. I don't blame that dude putting a knife on him because he was. If it was the other way around, Eamon was gonna kill them.
yeah.
Looked like he had that. You know what I'm saying? Like he was
He
gonna
had
hit
that.
him upside the head,
Yeah, he was like,
freaking rock in his hand, and like he was gonna beat the. Open up some skulls with it. So I'm like, dude. And then when he got him in the eye,
oh man,
yikes. Dude, that was crazy. That was crazy because he was fighting with the girls, and I don't know. But then I'm like, dude, these boys suck. They can't fight. Like, how the hell is this little punk ass Eamon beating these dudes up? So I was just like, man, something's wrong with there. Yeah, definitely sure Kristen Cole didn't train the other boys just
yeah,
as good as the other ones. Um but yeah, that was pretty crazy with the scuffle and everything. And uh s- so anyway, so we got the big, we get the big, oh, they're all in, I guess they're all in like the throne room, I guess, at
yeah,
Lord Corliss's house.
yeah,
And there they are. They're Allison is going back and forth like, oh, I need to stab we need to stab an eye for an eye, basically. We need to stab your
yeah.
kid in the eye. I'm like, God damn,
And
like
then she
she
calls
is
on Kristen
ruthless.
Cole. I
Oh,
love that part. I
dude.
love that part. And she was like, Christian, you're bound to me. You obey what I say. Then she's like, get the eye from the kid or whatever. And he even like whenever Sir Harold, the guy that like basically like was his
Yeah,
superior, he even
yeah.
looked towards him and then he was like, I'm only
Uh
bound to protect you. I was like, dang, man.
he
Yeah,
was like, nah,
no.
I ain't fucking doing that. He's
Yeah.
like, hell no. But yeah, it's so crazy because it's like it was such a good view though. I mean, how the story is and how it's shot, because you literally had one half of the side against the other half of the side. Did you see how like certain people are on one side with Rhaenyra,
Yeah, they
and
started
some
like,
people,
yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah, I
drifting off,
noticed that.
taking sides. It's like holy shit, and that's like the beginnings of the Civil War right then and there for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the spark right there. And but man, but the dissing with Allison on the King Viserys, we keep talking about how people just diss on his old man, and she even did it. Like she didn't give a fuck what he had to say. She
Yeah.
was going crazy, like, oh, like you said, Sir Kristen Cole is bound by me, not by you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
but he was trying to be passive again. I mean, he didn't even punish or say. I mean, that's your son that got
Yeah.
mained. That's your son that got mained on his eye.
Yeah.
And it's like you just like, oh, boys will be boys type deal. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I mean, wouldn't you have wouldn't you would think he'll be somewhat upset about it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like with Rhaenyra and his kids, like, hey, get your little rugrats in check or something here. But no, it was crazy. And then I liked how they try to blame it, or they asked the kid, King Viserys, where did you hear this about the bastards? Where'd you hear this false claim and everything else? And he sold out his brother, was like, Aegon.
And didn't Aegon say like me? I
Yeah,
think he was
me?
like, what,
What
me?
the
You know
But hey,
what?
you know what
You,
though? Aegon, I ain't gonna lie. Aegon took it like a boss and said the truth. He's
yeah.
like, I mean, Dad, look at them. Right?
Yeah.
Didn't he say it like that? Like,
Yeah.
just who
He's
doesn't
like,
know that?
everyone knows. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude had some balls and was telling you the truth right there.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know, what's funny
Uh-huh.
was Eamon, like throughout this whole thing, like, his mom pulling out a freaking knife on Rhaenyra and everything, all this stuff happening. And then he waits till the very end to say, Mom, don't worry about my eye. I may have lost an eye, but I gained a dragon. He waits till the very end to say
Very
that
end,
line,
yeah.
which was one of my favorite lines of the episode, was when he said that. And I was like,
Yeah.
man, dude, this kid's different, man. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm liking him more than. Well, I never liked Aegon in the beginning, anyways. But I
Oh
feel like
yeah,
he's more powerful than his older brother now.
yeah. What you call it? I think like Otto likes it too, though. I think Otto likes that he has all this spunk
Yeah,
with Aemon. I don't know why, but it was crazy seeing Allison going after Rhaenyra with that
yeah.
dagger, with Arya's dagger that she had. I think it was
Hmm.
called the cat's paw. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but man, I was like, and she actually sliced her, didn't she, on her
Uh-huh.
arm?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
she
was like,
sliced her.
damn. And then Rhaenyra's like, now they see you who you are. But man, she had a lot of hate against Rhaenyra right now, and it was kind of crazy how that whole scene kind of people were on one side and the other side, and man, it was a great scene, man. I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
and yeah, for sure. And like you said, Aemon got his dragon. That's
That
a hell of a
now,
dragon.
that's a hell of a win for
Yeah.
for the high towers and
Hmm.
what they're planning on doing. Like, I mean, that's
Yeah.
the biggest dragon in the realm at right now, right? I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest over her was
Oh yeah.
Valyrian, and Valyrian's gone now. So I could have
Yeah.
swore that she was the biggest.
Valyrian still is the biggest. I mean, compared to all
Yeah,
the dragons, but this one is pretty damn big, yeah.
yeah,
And I don't know if you noticed, but like Otto Hightower, he was even couldn't control Allison. He was like, Allison, don't do it, Allison, but
yeah,
she didn't care. And but he was at the end, he was like, when he went to her chambers, like, I'm proud of you, basically, for
yeah,
for acting fucking nutso right there. But man, it's like Otto has all this planned, man. Like he just knows how to stir up shit and everything. And I don't know, man. It's one thing that I forgot to mention too. Did you hear like during the services and stuff that I think it was Aegon? He says, "Yeah, I got to marry. I was told I got to marry my sister."
Oh yeah, Aemon,
Oh
right? Was it
no,
Aemon?
Aegon. Aegon has
Was it
to.
Aegon?
Yeah, he has to. The oldest boy.
Oh,
But yeah, I'm just like, ugh, creepy. But then, yeah, I get the lineage of the Targaryen, but you know what? I think it favors more. I think it's Otto
uh-huh.
who's pushing it more. I could be wrong because I know it's more lineage for Targaryen, but it also is for Hightower though. If you really think about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not just Targaryen, it's more bloodline for Hightower. Because you really don't really hear too much about Hightower in Game of Thrones. I'm
Yeah.
really wondering what happens to that house. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
Yeah.
But
Out of all the kids of Sirius's kid or whatever, the one that I'm most interested in is the daughter, dude. There's something up with with the daughter.
oh,
Like,
she's like a little witch.
yeah, there's something because I remember
Something,
watching
yeah.
a breakdown of the last episode, and whenever that was the episode where Aemon was getting picked on, and Allison tells him, you'll have a dragon soon enough, and the little girl said, he'll have to lose an eye.
You will have a dragon one day.
He'll have to close an eye.
While she's like messing
Oh
with whatever the hell she's talking
shit.
about. Yeah, there's
I didn't even
something.
notice that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even notice
in
that.
that breakdown or whatever that I watched, that's what they were talking about. And
Ah,
then after that, she talks about the dance the
Dance of the
dancing
Dragons.
of the dragons or something like that, or something about dragons. And people are
Yeah,
starting
that's
to
the
think
dance.
that people are starting to think that well, she didn't say dance of dragons. She said something about dragons though, and people are thinking that's what she meant by the wedding, with two dragons getting married. With
Oh,
yeah.
with
But yeah,
Rhaenyra and Damon.
the one with the eye, dude, is like wow.
Dude, I didn't even know that. I didn't even think about that.
So people are thinking, like, theorizing that she might be a witch, and some are thinking that she might be a ward, that she might
Ah.
be, I don't know, she might be gifted somehow, but
Hmm.
that's why she's so strange, and she's like an outcast, but she doesn't mind it.
Mm.
But
Yeah, like
yeah,
I said,
she's interesting.
they're gonna show more focus on the kids for sure. Starting next
Yeah,
episode already.
yeah.
What did you think about the ending with the marriage with finally Damon and Rhaenyra, and then to get to that point, they had to get rid
Oh
of
man,
Sir Lenore.
yeah. I honestly was relieved at the end whenever I saw him going off with this guy, because I legit thought that they did the like that. I honestly thought they did what it looked like they did. I thought they legit killed
Yeah.
off Lenore and threw him in the fire. And Corliss is scream, man. And whenever he
Oh,
saw
dude.
his, and he's like, "Where were you? You were supposed to be protected, and where were you?" Like I felt so bad for him. Like he just
Yeah.
lost his daughter, and now he just lost his
In
son
his own home, he just
in his
lost
own
his.
home.
Yeah.
And I mean, Lenore seemed to be fine with it. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. He
yeah,
was gonna
when
run off.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it didn't like mean anything to him, which was kind of shocking. I mean, that's your family to not like, but I mean, he sees that like he feels like he's different, and there's no way he can live
Right.
happy under the rules of you have to marry a
Yeah.
woman and everything and have kids and everything. So
He
I actually
tried. I
felt
mean, he
yeah,
tried.
I actually felt good for him that he
Yeah.
got to get away. So
It was totally surprising because one, I knew this was coming as far as the death of him. Like I knew
uh-huh.
Damon had something to do with it. I didn't think it was gonna happen this fast, like happen in this episode. Like, oh shit, they're gonna get rid of him already. And
Yeah.
then it's different because he doesn't survive in the books.
Oh, in the books he doesn't?
No, he doesn't survive. So I was like, oh shit, they did a little twist here.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
or they didn't mention that he survived, so he didn't survive that I know of. And it was more like a market, I think, or street market. It wasn't at the house
Oh.
either.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
that he was
Oh,
killed, but they
wow.
all said it was. But anyways, but yeah, that was pretty crazy. They showed like whoever got. I don't know if that was had it been a real person, right? That
I
was
think
burnt to a crisp.
well, like after the episode ended, I started thinking it might have been that guy that Damon snapped the neck of. Remember he went behind somebody and snapped the neck?
Oh
I
yes, yes,
think
yes,
they
yes,
threw that. I
yes.
think that's the body that they threw in there.
There you go.
I
Yes.
legit thought they did the unthinkable, and I thought they legit like killed him and burned him. So I was like,
Yeah.
no way. Like everyone's gonna come after them now. I mean, they
Yeah.
still might. I mean, they don't know. They're obviously gonna blame a little bit towards Rainier. There's something had to
Oh,
happen because
definitely. Definitely because
that
they got
they
married
get
right
married
away.
right after.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't
mean,
know,
who
something
knows? I
right.
mean, I guess Lord Corliss does and his family have to be on her side because she's
Yeah,
got the two kids.
she's got the two kids, and like Corliss
And
was
Damon
saying,
has their real biological kids too.
yeah,
He's the father
and
of the biological
that's
kids.
true. And
Yeah.
Corliss even said to his wife, like, blood is not remembered, names are.
Names
So
are, yeah.
he's all about the name
Yeah.
that they have. So
So I just mentioned earlier that we're gonna be jumping ahead in the next episode. The Amon and Aegon are going to be
yeah,
older, so
Aegon,
they're going to
yeah,
have new characters, and so is
already,
the sister.
man,
Yes.
dang.
So what did you think about how I know they were only for like 2 episodes. How did you think the kids did? All the kids did on in these last 2 episodes. How do you think the actors did?
Amon ended off strong. Like he
Mhm.
ended strong with me. Like I enjoyed this last episode with him. Aegon, he was just like a little brat.
Uh-huh.
But in the last episode, you saw how like this isn't really what he really even wants, or at the time he didn't. And then Allison had to like drill it into him, like this is what you need to like. You need to want this because this is gonna happen, whatever.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to this jump, man. They give us like obviously a little tease at the end of the episode, and I'm glad they didn't give us too much information. I'm glad it was
Yeah.
short. I'm so glad it
Yeah,
was
for sure.
short. And that way it gives us more to look forward to. But yeah, another time jump.
Yeah. But now for sure, and starting next episode is going to be Team Black versus Team Green,
Yeah,
and we'll see what side it will prevail. So,
yeah.
yeah, great job to the kid actors. They all did good. I don't know, man. The kid that's gonna play the older kid that's gonna play Aegon don't look like him. The way that I saw him, I'm like, they
Uh,
don't look like Aemon was okay,
Amon,
but
yeah,
the but Aegon, that's like a total opposite. Like
I even like Amon's eye patch
eye patch, yeah.
that they gave him. I thought
Mm,
that looked cool.
mhm.
So
But what did you out there think about this episode, and how would you caught by surprise at the end with Sir Lenore and everything that happened? Let us know and put your comments down below. And if you like this video, hit that like button, please, because it truly help us. Please hit that like button. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and help us get to 500 subscribers. Rich, where can they find us at?
Guys, check out the description down below and click on our link tree. It's got links to everything we're affiliated with, our Discord, our Instagram, and our TikTok. But most importantly, our Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you're ever on the way home or on the way to work or at the gym or got some spare time and you can't watch us on YouTube, click on those links and let us be in your ear.
All right, everybody. Dave and Rich got the podcast.